together for today's boys as they are all champions. Made it to the 24 sectional 6 regionals and 2 semi-states. All scores need to be turned into the tournament office in our quiet corner tournament office behind lanes 7 and 8. Once scores are in the tournament office, it'll take just a couple of minutes to be tabulated at this point.
Maybe there's a reason, who knows? I don't know, but I don't know what it is.
At this time, I'd like to see all my coaches that are on the comp course. All of my coaches to please. In the United States of America. These amazing coaches, these amazing ladies and gentlemen, most of them do it for free. Most of them volunteer their time. Most of them basically take time away from their families to be with your family and to help our generation of bowling grow. So I really think y'all need to give these guys a standing ovation for what they do and what they sacrifice for the Indiana High School Bowling Association. Coaches, without you, we don't have a program. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for all of our coaches for getting here and bringing our kids to state championships this year.
Did he announce? Did he announce this one?
front of 17 and 18 on the approaches.
All right, welcome everyone. Scott Gilmore, Mike Albee here on Savage Bowling TV for the 2020 Indiana High School Bowling State Finals. We're inside Championship Lanes from Anderson, Indiana, this morning for Boys and Girls State Singles Championship. And Mike, welcome back once again for another exciting day of high school bowling.
Yeah, that's about my favorite event right here.
Well, right now we're getting ready to find out who the top four and top girls and boys that will take off on the stepladder finals here on lanes 7, 8, and 9 and 10. And right now they're doing those announcements over the PA, and then we'll have player introduction here in a little bit. But Mike, the entire work of a player's season culminates right here for a chance to take home a medal.
Yeah, a lot of pressure building up, but boy, the crescendo's right here. I mean, this is where it's all at. It's this kind of an event when you can do well here. I mean, this is your whole high school career if you can pull this one off.
Now, Mike, you've been in a few stepladder finals yourself. What's going through the mind of those players once they get to that point?
Well, it's a new experience. I mean, the crowd for one, the excitement, you know what it means, the pressure of winning a state title, but then the pace, the amount of pace and the format is different. It's all those things can kind of take you out of your mental game. So it's very important that each of the player takes their time, deep breaths, make sure they do the pre-shot routine so they kind of get into a zone, and that's what you want to do. That way it kind of pushes all that stuff to the background.
Now, a lot of these players not only bowl singles, but they bowl for their respected teams. You'll have a few players potentially in this final bowling for their team. What's the difference in a singles compared to a team format here?
Well, the singles, it's going to be a lot quieter when you're up to bowl. So obviously when you're up on a singles match, you're the only one up there. There's nobody else bowling in the entire center. All the people are watching you. It's quiet. You can hear a pin drop. And sometimes a movement in the stands can catch you, so it's important that you really do that, like I said, that pre-shot routine, get in the zone. So when you're in the team event, there's chants, there's screaming, there's yelling, there's cheering for you, against you. I mean, all that stuff is out there. So it all kind of blends in. You kind of get used to that easier because it's constant.
Now, player perspective, is there an advantage in your mind to being that number one seed, or is the advantage maybe to the player coming up through the stepladder?
Yeah, I mean, it's personally, I always want to be the number one seed because, you know, you can definitely run into problems. A bad break, a good break for your opponent can turn the whole game and match around, and you can lose before you ever get there. At least if you're the number one seed, your focus is totally on the one-game match, and you control your destiny with that. But coming up the ladder, you can get a lot of momentum and see how the lanes are changing and all that. So there's an advantage to that. But once again, breaks can kind of turn and make your day go sour real fast.
Now, the player in your mind that controls the adrenaline, the emotion, because it's going to be loud inside this building this morning.
Yeah, I mean, you can get too pumped up, you know, to where all of a sudden if you're releasing the ball nice and smooth and relaxing. For me, it was always, I learned very quickly on the tour that, you know, if you didn't keep that mental mindset of keeping everything calm and cool, if you get too jazzed up, you start hitting it more at the bottom of the swing, all of a sudden that flush, what you thought was a flush strike becomes a big four because the ball's double timing on the back end or making a much sharper break. So you really have to dial it back a little bit, but you can go the other way too, and you become too soft, and then the ball wants to break too early with not holding up your ball speed. So it's really the zone is what you got to get into and get used to that.
Now, these games are going to go by really quick, right?
Yeah.
So how important is it to get into that quick start? Is it not necessarily throwing the first 2 or 3 strikes because the pattern is going to be a little more difficult than a typical house pattern, or is it just to keep those clean frames and get yourself off to a good start in that way?
Well, I think you start before that with your practice balls. Whatever your practice session is, no matter how long it is, you make each ball count. And you got to leave some time for your spare shots so that you know if you're shooting left-hander shooting 7 pins, right-hander shooting 10 pins, you want to know what that ball does in certain parts of the lane. So it's important to worry about the spares as well. It's just important that every shot you make is one that you trust. And make sure you know you threw it well. You don't want to make movements off bad shots. And that's knowing your own game is important, especially when the pressure, because like you said, it goes fast. And it's easy, like you're going down a hill or a mountain. You just start snowballing and it becomes too quick. You almost need to call a timeout.
Well, now, in the difference between you bowled in singles on the PBA Tour to what these young boys and girls are going to be doing here on the singles portion of the state finals, they're going to have their coaches down there with them. How important is it to them to have their coaches there, maybe just to have another voice in the ear to calm things down a little?
Well, I think it's very important because they've been with them, obviously this season, but some of them could have been for a couple of seasons or more. So they know each other, and it's good to have that, like on tour, if it wasn't your ball rep, it was your wife who knows what you do. So it's always good to have that second pair of eyes because, as a bowler, you don't necessarily you're a little too overconfident sometimes or believe in what you know it because you know it best. But it's always good to have that second. That might be where your timeout comes in,
right,
because they're going to be able to do that for you and get you back in position.
Well, we're just a few minutes away from getting the singles portion started here inside Championship Lanes, and probably, an hour and a half or so, we're going to find out who's going to win a state title and in both boys and girls. And as you said, Mike, that's something that these kids are going to be able to carry with them for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, it's a stepping stone. To be able to put the Indiana State Championship on your resume when you're looking at colleges for bowling, somebody's life could change today.
Well, I'm sure there's going to be a few recruiters in here
for
college.
There are. I know there's a few already.
They're going to be checking out to see what these kids do and how they perform in pressure situations, because when you move up to the bigger stage, the college ranks and so forth, these are the elements that they're going to want to know how their players perform, correct?
Well, correct. And the service that Savage Bowling and Scott, you and Chad do for us and here in Indiana, this is an opportunity for these kids that a lot of states don't have. So when that coach is looking from Wichita State, you can be on your resume, which is cool, but they can go back to this and go, oh, I've seen how they bowl under pressure, what they can do. And maybe they didn't win, but they still see the potential of certain players. So what a recruiting tool you guys have here. It's just unbelievable.
Well, one thing that we do know is that, Matt Sanders will always have the bragging rights over E.J. Tackett when he beat him.
As we found out.
Yeah, as we know. And he still does that. So it looks like we're just about ready for player introductions here. And we're going to kick it lane side to Brian Petrie, our MC for this morning's event. Brian?
All right, bowlers, welcome to your stepladder finals for the 2020 individual state titles. We'll start with your top four. We'll start with the 4 seeds and make our way to the 1 seeds. I apologize. All right, start with the 4 seed for the ladies. From Greenfield Central, Tandis O'Neill. The 4 seed for our gentlemen, from Noblesville, Noah Tannenbaum. The 3 seed for our ladies, from Rochester, Bailey Navarro. The 3 seed for our gentlemen, from Elwood, Braden Alfrey. The 2 seed for the ladies, from Terre Haute North, Lily Jones. The 2 seed for the gentlemen, from Clarksville, Evan Davis. And your top seed for the ladies, from Griffith, Morgan Schoon. And the top seed for your gentlemen, from Lutheran, Ryan Spear. Ladies and gentlemen, here are your top 4 who will be going for a title today. Good luck to you guys. Go ahead and report to your lanes.
All right, thanks, Brian, and our MC for the this morning's presentation. He's been our MC all day and does a fantastic job. And Brian, a former Indiana high school bowler and actually a former Indiana University bowler for the college team there. Back in the days of when I bowled. Actually, it's not Indiana. It's Indiana State, to be honest, I believe. I'll get that correctly here sooner or later. Scott Gilmore, Mike Albee in the broadcast booth, and we're just about underway here. We have our finalists here, and your first match on the boys' side will be Noah Tannenbaum. He'll take on Braden Alfrey, and then Tandis O'Neill will take on Bailey Navarro. We're getting all of our stuff set out here, and we have an abundance of paper.
A tree or two did not survive today. That's correct.
Obviously, our first match with on the boys' side, Noah's from Noblesville and Braden Alfrey bowls for Elwood, respectively. And unfortunately, we don't know on all of these kids. We do have some bios here turned in. We'll try to give you a little bit about some information and some background information on these players. And Bowlers will begin practice here on the championship pair. Noah Tannenbaum, we do have a little bit of background information on him, Mike. He bowls for Noblesville. The mascot is the Millers. He's a junior for Noblesville. High game of 298. Only been bowling 3 years, so that's not,
pretty good, yeah.
You bowled 3 years, and you're already bowling for a state championship here on the singles side. So that's impressive, too, as well. And on the girls' side, what do we have? We have our first competitors, Tandis O'Neill from from Greenfield Central, and then Bailey Navarro from Rochester. And you made a comment here about the townships that they bowl in.
Yeah, I mean, it's we saw Franklin Township, where I was from. They have three girls out there today that were in there, and we've got one coming up later here. But it's coaching. I mean, a lot of it's coaching. You get the people, especially you look at what you just talked about from the Millers there. I mean, third year, 298, and they're already bowling for a state championship. I mean, you just don't. Even if you're a natural, you need some help to get to that, to learn the lane conditions, to learn your game and all that. So, they celebrated the coaches earlier this morning, and that it's true. We congratulate the coaches and welcome them all, even the ones who didn't make it here. But they're the backbone of our sport, and our high school bowling are the coaches.
Well, right now I see Noah, a two-hander. We're going to, as we talked about earlier, boy, Jason Belmonte and Oscar Palermo have really revolutionized the sport of bowling from that standpoint.
Yeah, they have. And you're starting to see it more and more because it's becoming more and more prevalent. So, and then today on the PBA telecast, you've got Kyle Troop, who's leading the telecast, and Jason Belmonte's on today. So, yeah, it's the kids are perfecting it as well. It's a difficult physical game to learn, and the kids are certainly figuring it out.
Well, one thing that I don't know how much you've gone back into Jason Belmonte as a youth player, but he said when he was a very young child, it was easier for him to throw the ball with two hands.
Yeah.
He couldn't control the ball with one, and then it just became the norm.
Yeah.
And but yeah, the two-handers have really taken over. One thing that I'm really surprised about that we haven't seen a lot of them on the girls' side.
And if you look even on the professional side, you don't see anybody either. So I don't think they've quite. I'm not sure if it's an easy thing to start with. So the physical strength, I think all the kids have to learn that. So I think once they get into it, if you get a couple of girls that can start to do it, I think you'll see they'll go to the top.
One player when I think of two-handed that if you really break down the swing, Anthony Simonson, a very young kid, right, in his young 20s, how low to the ground he is at the release. Can you maintain that as you get older? Obviously, we are more upright the older we get because the body just isn't as limber, but it's amazing how low to the ground some of these two-handers are.
Well, I think for them, I think you've got to make sure that, especially the knees and the back, but, and they're a lot more physically, they pay attention to their physical game more in the way that they work out, prepare, and protect themselves. And if you look at their slide, the slide, they do have, they're different degrees of slide. So as long as there's a slide and not an abrupt stop, then they're not going to put a lot of pressure on those joints. So they should be able to last a little longer.
Players are wrapping up their practice here on the championship pair. The girls will be bowling on 7 and 8, and the boys will be bowling on 9 and 10. Qualifying took place on the high end of the house. Then they slide down here to the championship pair where Savage Bowling TV is all set up, ready to go. And we thank you for watching on Savage Bowling TV this morning. Girls and boys state championships, the top 4 on both sides will bowl for the state crown. And we'll take a timeout for most of the afternoon, and the team competition will begin at 1 o'clock qualifying, and then we'll have the finals for the team portion later on in this afternoon. So we appreciate you sticking around here on Savage Bowling TV. Chad Lester, our producer, director, setup guy, jack of all trades, he'll be on the chat. If you'd like to chime in on our chat, go to Savage Bowling TV and send us questions. You can ask whatever you want. And Mike Alby's here to answer a lot of those too. And Mike, you guys had a big couple of weeks ago for the museum and so forth, and on the PBA tour, capped off by a Tommy Jones 300 game.
Yeah, the PBA Hall of Fame Classic, all the money raised there goes to the Hall of Fame and Museum in Arlington, Texas, and we had the Hall of Fame induction ceremonies with the PBA, and we saw Tommy Jones, who on Saturday night was inducted to the PBA Hall of Fame, made the telecast for the next day, and then won his 20th title with a perfect game. So, you know, an 18-hour period there. I'm not sure any of us can top what he did in 18 hours there in Arlington, Texas, but it was great. He's a great and well-deserving. He's a great guy.
Well, if you stuck around last weekend on Savage Bowling TV, you saw us here just a week ago crowning a Indiana State Masters Championship with local Indianapolis player Zach Weidman, and you got a little note here from one of the girl players.
Yeah, Tandis O'Neill, her favorite pro is her brother Zach.
Ah.
So what a great start, and you know, and he's here today, obviously watching. So he said he's taking a break, which well deserved after a physically demanding and mentally demanding event last week, but was able to do really well and become the champion. So yeah, I'm sure he's glad to be back and watching his sister there.
Well, if you look around here, Mike, there is such a large crowd here inside championship lanes, and we've all kind of settled down now here for the state finals here, the top four. It looks like our first shots are underway here for the boys' side. Braden Alfrey with a 10-pin. All right, good spare there from Braden Alfrey. Now the girls are going to get ready to start here in just a couple of minutes, and it looks like Bailey Navarro will start the match on lane 7. And now your first look here on the right side of lane 10 is Noah Tannenbaum from Noblesville. Comes in high, Mike, and leaves the 4-10.
Yeah, I think that's probably a little bit of the first frame jitters a little bit, but because he was throwing some pretty good practice balls over there.
How you know, the challenge here is controlling the adrenaline, correct?
It is, especially that first frame, because now you've had just a slight break and you kind of dial your mental game back a little bit, but you gotta recharge and start. And watch the two players, you know, what a good attempt there by Noah. But Noah gets some great revolution, throws the ball really well. But Braden throws the ball very well as well and has probably similar revolutions. So there's no give or take on being two-handed and having more power, because Braden certainly has as much power.
Now you're going to have your first look at Tandis O'Neill on lane 8. And you're going to...
Well, it's funny in our bios because Tandis has under how many 300 games she's thrown an emoji with a frown on its face. So
3-6-10 there for Noah.
A little quick with the feet, just not quite getting the ball out in front of him to give it room and let it use his power. But he can throw some strikes.
Now Tandis O'Neill on the right lane. Oh, wow.
That smiley face will be turned to a frown face will be a smiley face pretty soon if she keeps throwing them like that. That was awesome.
Well, can she take the mojo from Zach?
Yeah.
And parlay that here for herself here?
She's got a great game, great follow through, good revolutions, really solid physical game.
I always felt like as a player, and I'm sure you as well, is get in a good rhythm and maintain that pace of play in your mind throughout the entire match.
Yeah, you just try not to overthink. You know, it's basically just one frame at a time, and just, you know, cross all the T's and dot the I's.
2-10 for Braden. First mistake of the match for him, but a makeable split nonetheless. And now O'Neill on the left lane. Comes in light, 2-4-5.
A little bit to the right. She's got good speed.
Coaches, teams can check in at the front counter. Coaches, check in for team at the front counter.
One thing nice about this year's setup, Mike, everything is right there on one screen. You'll never miss any of the action.
Yeah, instead of getting new glasses, we got a bigger screen, right?
That's the senior screen, Mike. We're tucked here off to the left side of, we're directly behind lane 5, a couple of lanes over, and great view nonetheless of Tandis's attempt here at the 2-4-5.
Nice spare. Nice spare.
Not one you want to shoot at on a regular basis, is it?
No, not at all. There's so many ways you can miss that, unfortunately. But that was a good shot. Great shot.
All right, now Bailey Navarro. Not sure why we have a stoppage of play here for the boys. Still waiting for Braden Alfrey's attempt at the 210 conversion. And now back to Bailey Navarro here from Rochester.
Beautiful shot.
A great shot there.
Good ball speed, high flush, perfect shot. Bailey's a sophomore. Her high series is 697.
Knocking on that 700 door, and she.
Yeah, she sure is. Second year in varsity. She's from Rochester High School.
What's that favorite pro? Is your name on there?
No, my name would not be on there, but Jason Belmonte's is.
You're a little before their time, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Good shot.
4-pin.
Good speed. Good shots, though.
She's got a really nice ball speed, you know, really
Keeps
firm.
it online. Yeah, keeps it online. Ball's in play. Both girls have, really good ball speed.
Oh, we got Deadwood on lane 10. That's the problem. Couldn't see that from our vantage point, Mike. Oh, mistake there for Bailey.
A little quick with the feet. Gets the ball to the left, and then just breaks right by that 4-pin.
Now Braden for the 210 conversion. You know, probably at the early part of the match, Mike, is probably kind of smart. Just get that 1 pin. You never know when that can come back into play.
Yeah, I mean it's and the angle he took at it, it's difficult to cut it because your angle is so steep that you can easily miss it. So yeah, going for the 1 doesn't hurt here. Keeps him right in the match. And
now Tandis here on the right lane, working on a spare, 3rd frame.
beautiful shot, a lot of power driving that 5 into the 7. These two girls throw the ball very similar.
Now Alfrey on the left lane, working on an open. Oof, break there, knocking out the 4 late.
Both of the boys seem to be just setting the ball a little short, getting it in a little bit, not quite trusting it out there yet. Braden trusted it one time and he leaves the 210, so that makes it difficult.
Important here to fill frames, make these single pins. 10-pin attempt here.
Very smooth.
Solid. All right, 4th frame here for Tandis O'Neill. Left lane working on a strike. Early lead here in the match. Up 12, looking to make it 22. Oh,
Beautiful shot.
well, there was no doubt about that one.
That was high flush, and like I said, good ball speed. Both girls are very accurate.
Now Noah Tannenbaum here on the right lane.
Power to burn. Got that 5-pin out.
Important shot here for Bailey. Get back on.
It's a good shot. Good shot. A little late.
She's working on an open frame. Important to get back on the right track here for her. Come back with a good shot. She did that.
We're looking at 4 bowlers here in the first match that are very solid physically. Mentally seem to be doing well. So, I mean, 4 great players.
Oh,
Great shot.
there's where the 2-handed revs will come into play as Noah sent that wide right.
Yeah, he got it
Came
back.
ripping back.
Yeah, got it back. Plenty of power. Took care of the pins well.
All right, now Braden on the right lane, working on a
Beautiful.
spare. Now
Beautiful shot.
Now maybe, Mike, you're starting to see a little bit of the jitters go away here. You get a little comfortable on the pair, right?
They look a lot smoother, a lot more relaxed, and the ball's getting a little bit more to the right, so they're letting it do its job.
That was left off the hand for Bailey.
Yeah, she forced that one a little high.
Fortunate to leave just the 3-pin.
You saw her step off to the left a little bit, I think just a little bit quick. Sometimes you want to strike before you get it out of your hand, and you just got to ease back.
Now Braden free. Oh. Wide right and leaves the 2-10 again.
Looked like he liked it. It looked like a good shot off his hand. Just ball just wanted to wiggle a little bit, but he needed to hook up quicker.
That's the difference, Mike, though, or the advantage of having the two hands. Your higher rev rate, your room for error is a little bit greater.
A lot of times, yes, yeah. I agree. But Braden's got quite a bit of revolution power there. You need to go for this one here.
Oh,
great
what
shot.
A spare attempt there.
Yeah. Great shot. And you see that one, the other one he kind of threw farther out. That one was a little more, changed the angle a little bit, got more direct, and cut it perfectly.
All right, now Tandis O'Neill on a double. 5th frame, right lane.
Good shot. Good shot.
Boy, she doesn't look nervous at all.
No, she's got that long follow through. She gets everything out of her shot that she can get with all the revolution, the accuracy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that looked to be in the same vicinity that he was in before, but I'm not sure he caught all that one to when it was come time to go to the left and make its break. It just kind of delayed a little bit, and you end up with a washout.
All right, Tandis with a comfortable lead right now, 33, looking to make it 43 here with the strike in the 6th frame.
Great shot.
Nice cover there by Noah. Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Not only drove the 5 out, but got the scout, would have taken the 7 and the 10. So what a great shot.
Now, what would Rob Stone say that is?
Yeah. I don't want to take his trademark stuff, you know.
Oh, 4 in a row for Tandis O'Neill, and she looks in full control in her match.
She really does. Yeah, she really does.
And you're watching her, and you're thinking, wow, Lily Jones and Morgan Schoon must be phenomenal because Tandis looks really good as a 4th seed.
Yeah, I agree.
Another wide right
Good break.
for Noah, leaving just the 1-2.
Good break.
Important shot here for Bailey. Oh,
It's a good shot.
as her opponent has struck 5 out of 6 frames to
Yeah,
start the match.
Yeah, you're in the point of the match now where she's going to have to get some strikes going, but she's going to need some help too.
All right, conversion here. Attempt for Noah. And he gets it.
Good spare.
Neither one of the boys have really marked their territory, so to speak, on their side. It's a very tight match.
You know, Bailey won her sectional and her regional, so she knows how to win for sure.
6-pin game right now for the boys. Oh, nice shot there by Braden.
Yeah, they're in a tight one over there. About 6 pins.
Boys looking for their first double of their match combined if Braden can get one here in the 7th frame. Oh,
Beautiful shot.
nice shot there
That's
by
what Bailey
Bailey.
needs. Yeah, she needs. Both these girls know how to win. Tandis also won her sectional and her regional.
Oh, 5-pin.
Did it move? It looked like it moved. Did it? Looked like the 5 moved over a little.
He was asking for the Weber wall
Yeah,
shot there, wasn't he?
That's right.
Dick Weber made that famous for a long time.
He gave himself a chance. I mean, he put the ball in play very well. Good revolutions.
Now O'Neill, 7th frame, 4 in a row, working. Oh,
Great shot. It's all business-like. Yeah, she's just doing her job.
she's in full control right
Yeah.
now. All right, 6-pin game still for the lead for Noah Tannenbaum here. He's working on his spare in the 6th, now 7th frame, right lane for him. the junior out of Noblesville High School. 198 average on the season. Boy, 2 pins getting a workout, isn't it?
Yeah. You know, it almost seems like they're amping it up a little. You know, you get into that point, you start amping it up. We talked about the snowballs going down the hill, just getting that speed a little too quick, not letting the ball get a chance there for Noah.
That's left.
That's more.
Oh, what a break. Brooklyn trips the 4 late. Not what Bailey Navarro wanted to see there.
No, that's not the help you were looking for, but she's working on a strike. She can start a double, start working her way back.
All right, now Bailey in a must-strike situation here, Mike, in the 8th frame.
Yeah, she's running out of time here. Beautiful shot.
You know, she still could shoot 226. Was a
Yeah, she's
great
throwing a
score.
pretty good game. I think, you know, when you miss that 4-pin early, it kind of puts you behind the 8-ball a little bit, you know, where you're starting to press. But she's thrown the ball well today.
Well, she's left 2 4-pins and a 10-pin so far in her match. Oh, there we go.
Drove that solid 9 right out of there.
5-pin game. That's the lead for Noah here through 7. And now 8th frame for Braden. Spare in the 7th. And Bailey with trouble. She had to have that
Yeah.
one. Oh, and a nice strike there for Braden. And a nice pace. I think the bowlers are in a comfortable pace right here, don't you think?
Yeah, they are. They got the every other one going. They're watching each other, so they're not getting each other's ways. And I think they've done this before.
Well, when you go through the ranks of regional and semi-state, you know, and all that practice you kind of emulate in your mind. This is what it's like.
Yeah.
And a big shot there from Braden. First double of the game.
Noah needs this one just to keep pace and keep that 5-pin lead.
Well, he's down 5 right now. 9th frame. We're getting down to the very end here on the boys' side. Girls' side pretty well decided. Tandis is going to advance to game number 2 against Lily Jones. At this point, you just want to keep throwing good shots,
Yeah,
right?
but you got to be careful not to lose your intensity either. You know, you got to keep firing.
Oh, what a shot.
Great shot.
He liked it off his hand, Mike.
Yeah, that light hit, but 6-pin just slapped the 10-pin. That was a great shot.
Well, here's
Now the destiny's in his own hands, because if he didn't strike there, it switched to Braden having the destiny in his own hands.
Yeah, now Noah can shut out his opponent here with 2 and 6 in the 10th frame. Tandis will advance to take on Lily Jones from Terre Haute North. Oh, what a shot there. Clutch bowling.
Big shot. Yeah, that was a great shot.
My, oh my. Some of these young kids are just fearless.
Yeah, especially, you know, when you leave those 2 10s and, you know, washouts and things like that, those can creep in your mind and not let you throw the ball the way you want to. But boy, both guys have Braden and Noah both have battled back from that.
We first don't want to forget our sponsors here and the fine folks at Motive Bowling, Brunswick Bowling, and Storm all continue to be a wonderful sponsor to Indiana High School Bowling. We thank them for their contributions to make this broadcast on Savage Bowling TV possible. Scott Gilmore, Mike Albee here. Singles just underway. We're just wrapping up match number 1 of the top 4 stepladder finals. Tandis O'Neill will defeat Bailey Navarro. She'll advance, and now
Noah just took a re-rack, so, you know, hopefully that doesn't get him out of his pace, but he saw something he didn't like.
Noah with a chance to shut his opponent out here in the 10th frame. Oh, what a shot.
He's changed his angle from where he started the match. He's in deeper, just keeping it more on line now. And it's paying dividends for sure.
And Tandis is over there just going to shoot her old boring 240 game.
Good job in the 10th frame to come back after maybe not the best shot in the 9th and get back on it and make sure she's ready for the next one.
Now 6 pins is all it takes here for Noah to lock his opponent out. So you don't want to let your guard down.
No, it's easy not to playing it safe should not be anywhere in
Oh,
your,
it's wide right. Oof.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
9 pins the count, 221 the score for Noah Tannenbaum, and he'll defeat Braden Alfrey. 249 the score for Tandis O'Neill.
Excellent game. Excellent game, I think.
What a comeback, though, for Noah Tannenbaum. Both him and Braden were struggling there the front half of that game. And, boy, to be able to come down there and throw the next 4 or 5 in a row when you really need it's impressive.
Yeah, we saw some great bowling in this first match for sure. So we've got good things to come here after this.
Nothing to be ashamed of if you're Braden and Bailey. To get this far, Mike, it takes a lot of good bowling.
It does. You beat a lot of great players, a lot of great bowlers. And they both bowled good games. I mean, it just, one ran into a buzzsaw, the other was in the game till the 10th. So those things happen, and they'll be back for sure. They've got the experience, and we look forward to seeing them back next year.
Well, and Braden Alfrey finished his 3-game set with a 267 to get into that 4th seed, or 3rd seed. So he knew what it took to bowl at a high level, and exactly what he did this weekend. And unfortunately, his run comes a game short, 196. The final score for Braden.
Now complete for the boys. Noah Tannenbaum wins this match
176.
Tandis O'Neill 249.
Yeah, some great bowling that first match.
To Bailey's 176. Our 2 seed, please report to the tournament pair. For 2 lanes, 2 balls per lane. Front counter, can I get the lanes in practice mode, please?
All right, Noah Tannenbaum will take on Evan Davis, a senior. Mike out of Clarksville High School, the Generals, and in the Southern Hills Conference. And he doesn't have a sanctioned 300 yet, but he does have one in practice. And bowling for 9 years, been on the varsity for 4 years. He finished first in the sectional and just snuck in through the regionals and semi-state, and he's parlayed that into a number 2 seed here in the high school single state finals championship. And his favorite bowler is Wes Malott.
That's a good one. Wes is a great player, great power player. But he also shot 690 this morning, so just missing the lead by 9.
Games of 266, 209, and 215 in qualifying. And on the girls' side, Tandis O'Neill will take on Lily Jones. And Lily out of Terre Haute North Vigo, the Patriots of the Blue Chip North Conference. And bowling for 6 years. Averaged 184 on the season. And also Evan Davis, I didn't say it, he averaged 221 on the year. Heck of a season for Evan, looking to parlay that into a state championship. But Lily Jones finished 2nd in the regional, her highest place, and then she kind of snuck right in there in the semi-state too as well, like Evan did.
Yeah, she's a freshman, so she's picking up some invaluable experience here. But forget the experience, you have a chance to win the title. So making use, her coach is going to be important for her today to keep her relaxed and make sure they get lined up together and make her run it, because they're going to run it. They run into a buzzsaw here if they don't watch it.
Well, players get 2 balls on each lane. That's the incoming bowlers for the boys and the girls. And once they're ready to go, we'll get things underway. Again, want to thank our sponsors here, Motive Bowling, Brunswick Bowling, and Storm Bowling. And Storm here on display with some products. And I think Julie Bond was here, a PWBA Rising Star. Was here. I believe she threw out the first ball, if I am correct. And nice to see the brands of all of those 3 companies here to support high school bowling.
Yeah, invaluable support, and they add a lot of knowledge to what these kids maybe not get a chance to see. So it's nice to have them here, and not only their financial support, but also their physical support to be here, and adds a lot to the event.
Please stop here at the front counter. We still have 4 girls teams that have not checked in at this point. 4 girls teams. If your coaches are in the building, please stop to the front counter to check in for the team event.
Here in the front counter, if I could get 7 to 10 and some more vote.
All right, looks like Lily and Evan are ready to go. And, of course, I believe the high seed has a choice of starting or finishing the match. So it looks like Lily will start, and so will Noah. Now first shot for Lily here on the left lane. Oh,
Wow, that was a great shot.
walks
Great
right into
shot.
it.
Yeah, she's a freshman, no nerves there. She's using this. Yeah, this is just experience, you know. Hey,
I got 3 more years of this.
well, that sends a good message, I'll tell you.
Ooh, and Noah. 2-8-10.
Yeah, and you know, it's tough coming out of those. And one thing they tell you when you come out of a commercial break or whatever is make sure you keep your speed up. Kept his speed up, but boy, he paid the penalty there, 2-8-10.
And now Tandis O'Neill, right lane here, frame number 1. Second match on the girls' side and boys, and she starts right off where she finished, Mike.
She remembers, yep. I think, you know, it's important. The 10th frame, she got right back onto her a line there after maybe not a great shot in the 9th, but came back in the 10th through 2 good ones, and, you know, right back out starting the match now.
And Noah gets 2, takes out the 2-8, leaving the 10 for an open frame. And really the 2-8-10 is, you're going to make it, it's going to be luck.
Yeah, you need some help. Yeah, you need something bouncing around and maybe hit the ball in the pit and bounce back out. I mean, that's a tough one.
If you're going to have an open frame, you'd pick the first frame to have it in.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't want any, but if you're going to have one, that's...
Noah needs to worry about just not making the move off of maybe a bad shot physically or whatever. He just needs to make sure he makes his next move correctly.
Now, second frame for Tandis. She got that one a little left, 3-6-10. We saw that a lot last week at the Masters, didn't we?
We saw a lot of designs last week at the Masters.
Oh, first look at Evan there with a nice shot leaving just the 4.
It's a good opening shot. I mean, he threw it well. Obviously, took advantage of his practice balls and got himself lined up, so he's got the pocket. You know, Tandis hasn't really, I mean, she's single pins, but, you know, this 3-6-10 will be, well, it is shoot to 2-4-5, but this is opposite the other way, so you got to be careful with these spares.
All right. Now Evan will attempt the spare first on lane number 10. And he gets it. Now Tandis at the 3-6-10.
Beautiful spare. Beautiful spare.
Exactly how you would write it or picture it up, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, she throws the ball very well. Very relaxed, great demeanor, but that beautifully long follow through that she gets the power and direction and accuracy. It's just, she's a great player.
And now Lily with another strike.
2 beautiful shots starting this match.
First time all morning that Tandis has been behind. And now Evan on the left lane, lane 9. Second frame.
Beautiful shot. Well,
Power.
you can certainly see why he likes Wes Malott. I
Yeah.
mean, big guy, powerful, smooth, gets a handful, but great direction and follow through. Yeah, I can see why he likes Wes.
Now double working here for Lily. Comes in high. Fortunate to leave just the 3-pin. And now Noah on lane 10. Second frame, open frame working.
Good comeback.
Nice strike
Good
there.
power shot. 6-pin takes the 10 out like it should.
You know, earlier on Tandis's 3-6-10, she was kind of motioning with her wrist, maybe missing it, and she was looking over at Zach.
Yeah.
And whatever she did, Zach nodded yes, so there must be some kind of
Yeah.
communication there. And Maybe she was thinking coming around it too early.
Yeah, I mean, definitely she just has a feeling. So it's great that she knows her game as well, which shows you another avenue or another portion of her game that a lot of people don't have, knowing your own game, to know when you can make those adjustments off good or bad shots.
Oh, nice shot
Nice
there
shot by
from
Noah.
Noah. Noah, after the open frame, comes back with a double in the second and third. Down 1 pin. Evan looking to increase that lead to 11 here in the third frame. Now Tandis working on a spare right lane. Third frame.
Great shot.
Both girls look very calm.
Yeah.
You just kind of wonder what the inside is telling you, but on the outside, it's all business, like you said earlier, Mike. And coming in high, leaving the 6 pin.
Good break, crossing over, leaving only the 6, but he'll make that spare easily.
Well, now Noah can take the lead in the match with a strike in the 4th frame. And obviously Evan looking to fill frames and not give his opponent any opportunity here. And now Tandis on the left lane working on a strike can take a 1-pin lead. That looks good. Oh,
Well, that 5-pin doesn't stay long. She shoots that right out of the great power, good direction.
good spare there for Evan. I want to really compliment the IHSB on patterns and so forth. A few years ago, they were really demanding and brutal. I like the fact that the kids can throw strikes but not have a ton of miss room. You still have to throw good shots, but the softness of the pattern, I think, is better for the viewers and the players, too, as well.
I mean, you want a pattern that's going to make it so you can make normal adjustments. Where, what we saw in the Masters last week, they were very difficult, where normal adjustments didn't make sense. They didn't work. And at least on this type of pattern for the kids, they can at least use what they know and have learned.
Tough spare here for
Great shot.
Lily.
Good spare for Lily.
Converts,
That's a difficult one.
Yeah, 2-4-8. And that is no gimme going cross lane. And now Evan here, left lane. Spare working. 2-pin. That seems to be the miss, Mike, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks like it, a little more balls out farther down the lane, but a lot of speed by Evan. He's given it a lot of ball speed.
All right, the first challenge now really here for Lily in the 4th or 5th frame is the 3-10 split. How do you want to convert this, Mike?
Well, she's going to want to get the ball to the right of the 3-pin and use the ball to bounce into the 10. Difficult spare, especially with Lily's got to worry about her ball speed because the ball will want to break loose a little bit and maybe go take that 3-pin straight back. But we'll see here. She's put it in the right spot. Great shot. Beautiful shot.
These kids are unflappable.
No, she just put it in the right spot.
Oh, stone 9-pin
On
for
a double
Noah.
yet. Yeah, on a double. Those hurt. Those hurt. Those will make you think.
It just, Lily's conversion of the 3-10. I mean, I've bowled a lot longer than she has, and if I leave, I'm left-handed. If I leave the 2-7, I struggle mightily with that spare. And she just made it look so easy.
Easy to overthink it, and yeah, she just went up there and put it right in position, and now it hurts even worse. So
critical mistake. He looked really off balance there at the foul line too.
Yeah, it's easy to you leave a break like that, get out of your zone, but and that's kind of what happens.
Oh, the first mistake from Tandis. The 1-2-4-10 washout.
She's using a lot of ball speed. That's the first shot. She's really just got down the lane too far, maybe missed a little to the right. And
now Noah, after that
good comeback.
Unfortunate miss of the 9, comes back with a strike. And, boy, you don't want those things to come back and haunt you. Now Tandis looking to stay clean here in game number 2. If she converts this, Mike, she'll have a 2-pin lead. That needs to hook.
Yep.
Open frame.
That's just, that's the thing. You just got to remember, just didn't throw it as well as she would have liked, and just move on, and it's over. Can't change it.
Well, sitting on the bench is Lily Jones, takes a 10-pin lead over Tandis here in the 5th frame.
Simple thoughts. Once the ball's out of your hand, you can't change it, so you move on to the next one. Don't worry about it. It's over. Can't change it.
Evan coming in high, fortunate to leave just the 10-pin, and we got Deadwood on the 10-pin side here on lane 10. We're going to have to go ahead and get that cleared out before Evan converts the spare. Now Tandis O'Neill.
Good shot. Good comeback.
Just
good comeback.
just
it was
a
good
pinch
shot.
high, right?
Yeah, good shot.
Not unusual when after you throw one wide right, you're going to come up a little high on the
Yeah,
second
your
one.
brain just won't let you relax a little bit. Sometimes it forces you to push that up there a little closer to the head pin. That was a good shot. Good comeback. Yeah, at home, that Deadwood, you don't shoot that, because if he would happen to miss and hit that Deadwood, that ball would be right through the masking unit.
Well, and then that would be he would get 0
And
for
it'd
the
be
score.
a dead ball, correct. It'd be done.
Now O'Neill here, 6th frame, looking to convert the 4-pin. Changes balls, goes straight at it.
Good spare.
Now if you're Evan, you never want the stoppage of play, right, to impact you. Cross lane, good cover. Now Lily Jones here with a 10-pin lead.
Oh, great break. Good ball action. All the players we've seen so far, great demeanor, great work ethic. I mean, it's a great thing to see.
I think the sportsmanship is what I always feel like with the young player has been fantastic through the course of us broadcasting the high school state finals, and
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure out there. I mean, it's easy to get caught up in that, but they all handle it well.
oh, rip the rack,
That
and somehow the
was
7-pin
unfair,
stands.
wasn't it? My goodness.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd be shaking my head too on that one. That's one of those where you got to take a deep breath and make sure you got your thoughts going before you shoot that spare, because that was one heck of a shot. For those of you who've ever bowled duck pins, that's what duck pins look like when they go flying across, not 10 pins. Goodness.
Well, 11-pin lead for Evan here.
Takes a little off, lets it hook.
Yep, makes the spare here. Clean through 6. That's the difference in the game.
Well, it's so funny. Look, not funny, but you look at all 4 of the kids and you look at their face and the emotion. You couldn't tell who was winning or not winning, and just, how well the game's going. They all just are into what they're doing and enjoying being part of it out there.
All right, Lily finally got her ball back. That's the stoppage of play on the girls' side. She quickly gets up here. Can make a 20-pin lead here, Mike, with the strike. Oh, good break.
Even though she picked it up, yeah, that's a good thing to get out of there, that 10.
Oh, big shot there from Noah Tannenbaum. Doubles in the 6th frame. Now he's back in control a little bit of this game. Got an 11-pin lead here, Mike.
Pair of doubles and no spares.
Double bouncer there. Looks like she might have dropped it, got away with it. Boy, the freshman just doesn't look bothered whatsoever in the situation, does
not
she?
at all.
Oh, another stone 9-pin. How dare you, 9-pin?
Yeah, that was a great shot. Ball just driving right through and chopping that 5 right off the 9. That's one of those where can I have just a little less power?
Still a 10-pin deficit for Tandis. Needs to get a strike here, back working. Oh, trouble.
She washed out on that lane last time, so.
Oh,
nope.
my goodness. Boy.
Yeah, it's tough to miss those. I mean, it's obviously disheartening when you leave those solid 9s because they're great shots, but you just got to step back and take a deep breath and refocus on that spare. Back to Tandis, she left a washout on that lane the last time, and so I actually thought she threw it pretty well. It's just maybe didn't quite have the speed and maybe got in a little bit, but it was close.
Maybe seeing the lanes transition a little bit here?
There's got to be a little bit. Yeah, it has to be a little bit of the lanes changing a bit.
And Evan coming up light once again, 2-pin. And it seems like the miss for Evan has been fortunate just leaving the 2. Noah, on the other hand, he just can't get the 9-pin down here lately.
Wow, yeah, 2 of those. Otherwise, he's got 6 in a row if he gets those 9-pins out there. And they were great shots.
And the bad part for him, he's missed both of them.
Yeah.
All right, here for Tandis, you just want to get 2 pins and move on to the next frame, right?
Yeah.
Plenty of games still left, but she's going to be forced to throw a strike. 118 in the 7th for Tandis. Good cover there by Evan. And she finds herself down 24 pins, Mike, late in this game.
Yeah, and there's 3 frames to go, but so far Lily hasn't shown any problem with any spare she's left. So I think you want, if you're Tandis, you want to at least get a strike or 2 to send the message here that you're still there and capable of winning, which she is.
Well, Tandis has got to get back, get some good thoughts in her head,
she
right?
She just got those shots are over. It's just start. You're starting new right now.
All right, 8th frame, left lane.
Good shot. Good shot.
All right, Evan, clean through 7. 8th frame, left lane. 12-pin lead in this match. Oh,
wow.
Power. Something just tomahawked the 10.
Great shot by Lily. Good power. Drove that 5-pin out of there.
13-pin lead, Mike, for Evan.
Well, we know Noah can strike, so if he's always sitting back there, he can still take it out.
Oh,
He'll take that. Brooklyn crossing over. He still has 213 left, so he's got plenty of room left.
well, and Evan Davis on a 196 pace, so anything can happen in that match. Oh, soft 10 for Lily.
Getting in the pocket, just a little late. This is a big shot for Noah.
Well, if he strikes here, Mike, that keeps the pressure on Evan Davis, who can still lock out his opponent in the 9th and 10th frames. Oh, oh my goodness. How in the world? 4-pin slides almost all the way over into the 2-pin slot.
Unbelievable. I can't believe it picked it up even. That's amazing.
Wow. Even the crowd, you could just hear,
Yeah.
they couldn't believe it either.
And at the same time, Lily misses her 10-pin, so it changes the complexion of both matches.
You know, and there was a situation there where both players were up almost simultaneously, and you wondered if that might have thrown Lily off a little bit. Sometimes you get in a big hurry, right?
You know, when you're the only ones bowling, so maybe the practice pair is going off the side. I mean, you see that out of the corner of your eye, it can catch you.
Big shot here from Tandis. Ooh. Oh, 2-4-5. Right now, Lily has 202 if she strikes out in the 10th, but we could give her 192 as a safe bet. 188 right now, the score if Tandis strikes out after she picks up this spare. So anything could still happen, but she's going to have to do something special in the 10th frame to force Lily to show up in her frame as well.
And she can do it. She's got to pick the spare up first. I mean, we know this is not easy. She's done it before, but it's not easy.
Well, any type of mark here in the 10th frame for Evan Davis, and he'll advance.
Good spare. Good spare.
All right. Match in hands right now, and in control of Evan Davis. Any type of mark in the 10th, and he'll advance. Oh,
Breaks it
fortunate
down. Yeah,
to lead
breaks it
just
down.
the 4. Boy, the 410 was standing there for a while.
Yeah, it looked like you threw good ball speed. I just like you got it in just a touch, but boy, that's a good. That's what you need.
Well, Mike, if he were to miss this, Noah would need all 3 in the 10th to tie. So any mark here. Oh, good shot
Beautiful
there by
shot.
Tandis.
Ball reacted like it should. Good pin action. Great shot by Tandis.
Oh, that's. Woo. Boy, I get nervous
He
when
gave
they
that a
hook the whole
lecture,
lane.
didn't he?
I'm going straight at it. That always makes me nervous when you hook away from something. But Evan Davis will advance to take on Ryan Spear for the singles championship on the boys' side. And now all attention goes back over to Tandis O'Neal. Big shot right here, Mike, in the 10th frame.
Yeah, I mean, this keeps her right in it. She gives her a chance. She gives herself a chance.
Well, this will force this will force Lily Jones to mark in the 10th. This strike right here. Left lane.
Beautiful shot. Good adjustment.
Boy, her carry percentage is phenomenal, though.
Yeah, I mean, flush or light, I mean, she's got the ball working. It's hooking at the right time to use all that power. Great shots, though.
Important shot here for pin count.
2-8-10.
2:02 the score for Evan Davis. And how much will Noah be looking back at them missed 9 pins? That's the difference
that's the
in
difference.
the game.
The spares are the difference for sure.
All right.
Good shot, I know. I mean, he definitely had the strike ball and had the look.
Well, really, to be honest, probably bowled maybe the little better game. He just had the 2 mistakes.
Yeah.
That were just
And both those could have struck easily.
oh,
Great
nice
finish.
shot.
3 and a 10th.
All right. A mark and good count for Lily will advance. Right now, she will need a spare and 7 pins. Boy, again, Noah's going to look back at this and think, what if? Oh, that's the best mark.
That gives you 2 shots to get your count. What a great shot by Lily.
Right now, she needs 7 pins on the next 2 shots here to advance. And boy, the 2 mistakes there in the 5th and 7th frame for Tandis, the difference.
And no matter what this turns out for Tandis, this is those resume building where you can say I finished 3rd or whatever, but a coach is going to look at that and go, wow, she finished a game that she was struggling with. So
she's going to need 1 pin right here, Mike.
yeah.
How big was that strike in the first ball?
Yes, huge. Gives you this opportunity to give you 2 shots. But like I said, you never want to play it safe. So
well, she needs 1 pin here. That's going to be a winner. And
Good
Lily
game.
Jones
good game.
defeats Tandis O'Neal 191 to 188.
All right, Lily Jones, 191 over Tandis O'Neal, 188. And our boys semifinal, Evan Davis, 202 to 192. Ryan Spear, please go to 9 and 10. Morgan to 7 and 8.
All right, we're down to our final 2, Mike, here
On each lane.
for the Boys and Girls State Championship. And on the boys' side, sophomore Ryan Spear from Lutheran High School out of Indianapolis, the Saints in the Indy South Conference, will take on Evan Davis. And Ryan Spear with a high game of 300. High school average this year, Mike, an incredible 235.
Wow, that is incredible. Quite incredible.
Right-handed two-hander. Conference standings, he finished 1st. Their team did. Sectional finish was 3rd. He snuck in through the regional to get his way in here to the state championships, and he's not short of rev rate, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, this is Noah had great Revolutions being a 2-hander, but yeah, Ryan definitely has taken it another level up in the Revolution game. Morgan Schoon coming up she's our tournament leader from Griffith High School. She's a junior, And her average is 201 this season, but she won the sectional, won the regional, 6th in the semi-state. And the first round today to be the leader, she shot 660, but 660 with a 169 the first game. So she knows how to adjust and run with it.
Well, Ryan Spear shot 699 with a 183 start, went 259, 257. So,
and that shows a lot. I mean, that shows a lot that mentally your game's intact, physically your game's intact. So it's a total package here, which you would expect our leaders to be.
well, and both players have shown they can throw big games when they need it.
Well, Ryan, you would think watching the amount of revolutions that Ryan's able to create, you would think that might take out that 2-pin look that, you know, you've seen Evan and Noah throw. You know, that ball might make that turn.
All right, you're watching the 2020 Indiana High School State Finals here from Championship Lanes in Anderson, Indiana on Savage Bowling TV. Scott Gilmore and the PBA Hall of Famer Mike Albee here with us, and we're down to our last game on both the boys and girls side, and we're just about 20 minutes away from crowning a state championship here. And after this has concluded, we'll take a break this afternoon while team qualifying is taking place, and we'll be back on the air for the team championships on both the boys and girls side. And so far, it's been an exciting stepladder final, especially the last two games on both the boys and girls side. We're down to the 10 frames.
Yeah, if you've never had an opportunity to watch the high school bowling championships or go to it, boy, I can't tell you how much I recommend coming out here and watching these great bowlers and the way they prepare and do it. It's exciting and a lot of fun.
Morgan Schoon, will start off the match on the left lane, and Evan Davis will start on the left lane in his match. State championship up for grabs.
Great start. Power.
Forced look at Megan. Comes in high, leaving just the 3-pin. And now your first look of some power here, two-handed style from Mr. Ryan Spear. I believe, if I'm correct, we saw Ryan in the Indiana-Kentucky All-Stars, I believe, back, which seems like an eternity ago, back in June, I believe, of 2019.
Smooth and power. Great shot. Great start.
You know, and if you're Evan Davis, one thing you want to do is you can't get wrapped into that rev rate and delivery, can you?
No, you really want to not watch. I would suggest what I used to always do is just keep my head down, worry about my game. I can't change what they're doing. So you just kind of, because what happens if you start watching that, then all of a sudden you start trying to hit it harder. You start subconsciously, your mind takes over and wants to do more than it should.
Lily Jones with a soft 10 here on her first shot. And now Ryan Spear looking to get out to a quick start here, striking the first, second frame left lane. Sophomore Mike.
Speechless, yeah.
Sophomore Mike.
I mean, can you imagine his favorite pro is Jason Belmonte, but you better watch out. Jason better watch out. Holy smokes, great start.
You just don't understand the advantage that you have with the rev rate.
But they're smooth doing it. I mean,
right.
It's just amazing the smoothness. It's not like they have to put every bit of muscle they have into it. What a great shot. Two great shots.
Well, I love his comment here. He says, I love throwing messengers.
Well, with that release and the angle that ball creates, he's going to throw a lot of them.
Lily now with the 3-9 and off to a little bit of a shaky start here for the freshman. Out of Terre
This is
Haute
a title
North.
match, so everything is escalated higher.
Nice cover.
Great spare.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know,
so-
yeah.
No big deal, right?
No, she put the ball right in position. That's 3-9 to 3-10. My goodness.
Boy, the nerves of these players, they just, nothing phases them. Now Evan.
Big shot. That was a big shot just to send the message he's in the match, knows what to do. Great shot.
Front three for Evan Davis here, the senior out of Clarksville High School. And now Morgan Schoon comes in high, 4-7.
Good job of breaking it down.
Morgan, a junior for Griffith. Shannon O'Keefe, her favorite player, and what a great ambassador for the
Yeah.
sport of bowling on the women's
So I was
side.
going to say, great player to pattern yourself after.
Oh, wow. No need to comment on that. Let the sound and pin action describe everything there.
I mean, it's almost like watching a replay over and over because he's thrown three of the greatest shots. I mean, obviously used his practice balls very well to know what the lane was doing. We could see that right out of the gate. We saw him just throw those shots and knew where he was going, what he was going to do. Yeah, he's put it together so far. But give it to Evan. I mean, he's thrown some shots to make you think.
He's right there. He's not flinching whatsoever. Nice cover there for Morgan.
That's fair.
And now, fourth frame, front three. Left lane for Ryan Spear. Up.
Well, he about left what I said didn't think he could do, but yeah, great break. The 2 and the 8 broke down, leaving the 10. Changes balls.
He's going to go straight at it. Polyester ball, I'm pretty sure. Now Morgan on the left lane. Comes in high. Oh, good break there, tripping out the 4 late, leaving just the 9.
Good shot. Ball broke just a little sharp, but good shot by Morgan.
Morgan trying to get, looks like a little, nerves might be just a little bit.
Yeah, I think
there.
she's still kind of feeling out the process there a little bit, but best thing to do about that is make some spares, keep yourself in it, and she's done that so far. But that was much closer than that's the closest one she's had out of the 3 right there.
And now looking for the 9-pin conversion, gets it.
Good job. She gets to the line very solid, good follow through.
Needs to probably go back in those thought processes when you go 240 in qualifying and put your mind in a good place. And the first chink in the armor here in this game for Evan Davis, coming in high, leaving the 3-pin.
Lily, great shot. 6-pin into the 10 for a strike.
Chat room is open here, folks, on so if you want to throw some comments our way, feel free to do so.
Nice ones only, though, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll ignore the rest.
Good spare. Yeah.
Lily now with the strike working.
Oh. It looked like a good shot. I mean, it looked like she had it where she wanted it to. It's just the ball didn't quite finish off. Tough spare. The bucket.
All right, Evan Davis on a spare in the 4th frame, 5th frame. But first, Lily's going to convert the bucket. Tough spare. Oh, she misses it.
Ball breaks across. She looked like there was a little bit left to start with, so with her ball speed, the lane's going to take it. So it just kind of hooked right by it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, good break getting the 10 out.
Huge break.
Checking his shoe, it looked like he had a little trouble at the foul line and didn't quite get that good power and extension that he had been getting, so the ball just didn't quite pick up on the lane quick enough.
Now Morgan with the chance to
good ball speed.
Take control here. Oh,
great
nice
adjustment.
Shot.
Great adjustment by Morgan. Perfect shot.
Both these players can come back next year to participate. As you said, Lily just a freshman, Morgan a junior. Spare there for Evan.
Coaches for the team event, team meeting down in the restaurant area. Coaches, restaurant area for your coaches meeting for team event.
Well, this will be an interesting shot for Ryan because he's coming off that basically broke down that spare. So see if he lets that play into his mind a little bit. But with that kind of power, I doubt he will.
Fifth frame here for Ryan. Oh,
great shot. Good comeback.
Solid 10.
Yeah, good move off that. You know, not move, but it's a good shot because he didn't let that affect what the ball did the last time. So it's easy to do. Let that creep in the back of your mind that the ball may not make it back, but good shot.
Take a 1-pin lead with the spare here in the 5th. Now Morgan on the left lane.
Good speed again. Yeah, great shot. Smile on her face.
Great double there.
Yeah, good ball speed. Good accuracy.
She's right now has a 22-pin lead over Lily Jones. Important shot here for Lily. And that misses the head pin right. Fortunate to leave just the 2-pin. Now Ryan Spear. Left lane, 6th frame. Oh, what a shot. Looked like he might have got that in a little bit there, and it held.
Yeah, body language told you a little apprehensive, but yeah, laid that 4-pin straight back.
It's going to look, Mike. I didn't see the team rosters, but I wondered if some of these kids were bowling for their team here at the state championships. I haven't had a chance to look. Evan Davis with a big shot there with the strike. Well, neither boys' team is bowling. So, and the girls, Griffith and Terre Haute North. Griffith is, both girls' teams are bowling for a state championship. So, both these girls here have some work to do after this is done.
I'm sure the rest of the teams will be glad to have them bowling with them, too.
Oh. Chopped.
Lily's had some trouble a little bit. That's her 3rd spare miss this match. So, as we've seen the first couple matches, the spares are very, very important, no matter how many strikes you throw.
Oh. 9-pin lead now for Evan Davis on the double and puts the pressure right back on Ryan Spear.
Yeah, great match.
Ryan Spear with the strike could take a 1-pin lead. Now Morgan can pretty much put the stamp on a state championship right here. Oh, what a shot.
Great job keeping the speed up. High flush. That's 3 flush shots right in a row.
Now Ryan Spear. Oh! Take that, is what he says.
Back and forth. Great shot.
Remember on that last shot on that, he left a solid 10-pin, and he takes a 1-pin lead. Gets that all-important drink of Coca-Cola. Yeah. Hey, Coca-Cola, if you're listening, we'd love to have you on board here as a sponsor of the high school state finals. Oh,
beautiful
Morgan
shot.
Schoon is
She's
well on her way to a state championship.
Great shot. Great accuracy. Good ball speed. Perfect.
Now, Ryan Spear could take an 11-pin lead, 8th frame, left lane.
Oh, I saw the wiggle. Did you get the 10 out? No. If you saw the ball about 50 feet, it almost saw it just check up a bit, and that's all it took to delay it.
Lily Jones says not so fast. Crowning Morgan Schoon yet. Strikes in the 7th frame, and she has to strike out here, in my opinion. Oh!
There's the 2-handed backup ball, which is a perfect opportunity to do it if you can do it, and that's a rarity, especially in high school. So what a great shot.
Oh, Lily Jones with the strike in the 8th frame. And now, what if you're Evan Davis? You think, oh, I got an opening here, and then what a spare by Ryan Spear.
Yeah, you need to reload here real quick and go right back to your mental game and see what he does.
8th frame. Oh, high. Crossing over. Tough spare here, the 3-9.
Just didn't seem to have the pace, the speed.
Oh! And she knows it, Mike.
Yeah.
She knew that was a big
She is
shot right
lined up.
there.
And that's what a perfect message to send when your opponent's trying to get back in the match and you just throw another one. Just all the work they did is just for naught now. Great shots. I'll tell you, you can't throw them any better than the last 5 that Morgan's thrown.
Looked a little shaky to start, boy, but she has calmed down and really gotten focused and zeroed in. Huge spare here. Nice cover.
Good spare. Good spare.
Let's see what we have over here. 165 in the, wow, my oh my, Mike, we have a tie match going into the 9th frame on the boys' side. Oh, big 4.
In a little bit, maybe a hair softer, but, got there a little quick with the feet, so the ball started left. But
all right, here we go.
here's where you want to get your 2.
Get your 2.
For
2
Morgan,
means
yeah.
4, right?
Yep.
Get count.
Exactly.
No need to do anything crazy. She's still in full control. Ryan, Evan Day. Oh, that's way right. Oh. Oh. Almost just a 2-pin. That's huge from a pin count, Mike. And he was looking at 7, and then all of a sudden gets 9.
Yeah, it's just the last 2 shots just look like he's went away from his power, his speed, and confidence. It almost looked like he's a little, it's like somebody woke you up a little bit out of your zone. So need to spare, see what happens. Still in the match.
All right, Lily Jones, for any chance whatsoever, if there is any, she is, and that'll end it. And Morgan Schoon will be your 2020 Girls State Singles Champion.
From the leader spot.
All right, Evan Davis. Evan Davis with the spare, and now all control goes to Ryan Spear.
Controls
here.
to Ryan, yeah.
All right, Ryan Spear, 9th frame. Can take a 1-pin lead here with the strike. Oh, that's way right. Oh, no, he's going to have to do some kind of magic once again, Mike.
Yeah, well, he knows how to do it. He's done it just a couple frames ago. So here he goes switching back to the other ball. And I assume he'll back it into that again, so he knows what he can do with it.
Oh, open frame, 9th frame.
You still have a chance, so you still got to work hard. Get the first. Just take them one at a time. Get the first one.
Well, he needs to. He could still strike out for 221. That would force Evan to mark in the 10th and get good count.
And hold count. Yeah.
So a big shot here for Ryan. First ball, 10th frame. Oh, what a break! Somehow the 10-pin goes down, and now Ryan needs to calm down a little bit. Notice I love the reaction, right?
Yeah, you haven't done anything yet. You're still in it, so you just keep your composure. Morgan's showing some excitement there. What a great shot.
All the attention now back on Ryan Spear. Second ball, 10th frame. This one forces Evan to mark in the 10th. Big shot. Oh. And the combination of 2-10 gets him again.
Just did not quite make it back.
And that's been his miss, Mike.
Yeah.
2-4-10 or 2-10?
Towards the end of this game, yeah. And Evan hadn't hit the pocket the last 2 frames either, so you just wonder if there's not something's happening on the lane condition here, if it hadn't changed a little bit for him. Wow.
Oh, he covers it. And still not over, Mike. 2-11 the final score for Ryan. Morgan completes the spare, and she shoots 219.
Great state champion. Great job. Evan hasn't hit the pocket the last 2 frames, so this is one he's got to make sure he keeps the confidence up and the speed up.
Oh, it's wide right. Oh. Oh. Oh, he leaves just a 2-pin. And that's enough.
That's enough.
Evan Davis is your boys state champion. and Morgan Schoon, the winner on the girls' side. And Mike, unfortunate circumstances for Ryan late in the game, but Ryan Davis does enough to take home the crown.
I mean, Ryan's a great player and has a lot of potential, and we could see him, Evan did one thing. He filled frames, and that was the big difference in both these matches. He won these matches because he filled frames.
Stayed clean.
Yeah, both games. And both games he won because of that.
He's going to shoot in the 220s here. And all right, Evan Davis is going to throw his fill shot. Mike, you'll get a chance to go lane side here and interview our boys and girls state champion. And
yeah, great matches, exciting.
220 to 211 win for Evan Davis, the senior from Clarksville High School. And Morgan Schoon defeats Lily Jones 219 to 155. The junior out of Griffith High School takes home the girls state champion. We'll take a short break here. We'll come back with lane side interviews with Mr. Mike Albee right after this.
For the gentlemen, our fourth place, Brayden Alfrey. Our third place winner, for the ladies, Tandis O'Neill. For the gentlemen,
Come back to you
your third place winner, Noah Tannenbaum.
at the end of the second. Who do you want me to do first? Does that matter?
I would just have him.
Yeah,
Your runner-up for the ladies, from Terre Haute North, Lily Jones.
like we did before.
For the gentleman from Lutheran, Ryan Spear.
And it is Schoon, right?
School.
And Schoon.
All right, now you for your state champion
Want to take these down?
for the ladies
I'm good, I think.
from Griffith, Morgan Schoon. All right, and for the gentleman from Clarksville, Evan Davis. All right, we're going to grab a couple pictures, and then we will have Mr. Albee interview our winners. So winners, please stick around. We'll do a quick interview.
I just want to dictate what's going on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, real quick, we are Starting for the boys.
All right.
3 through 26. Noblesville, Richmond.
All right, now we're ready with the winners. We've got Evan Davis, who won the boys today. Morgan Schoon won the girls. I'm going to start with Morgan. Morgan, great shots out there today. I mean, in the qualifying, you shot 169, I think, 240, 240. You started with 3 spares, and then you threw 5 of the best shots I've ever seen. What did you make a move or just relax?
I just relaxed. I was a little tensed up at the beginning of the match, and then I came to the conclusion. I'm like, you know what? Just loosen up. It's just another game. Make the best shots you possibly can, and this is what I ended up with.
Well, you're the state champion. Next year you'll be the defending champion. You can come back and see us again, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Well, I saw on your sheet you had Shannon O'Keefe as your favorite pro bowler. She'd be very proud of how you bowled today, and hopefully you'll see her one day out there. Congratulations on the state championship. You got a bowl for Griffith here shortly in the team event. Best of luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now we're with the boys champion, Evan Davis. Evan, you hit a couple of really tough bowlers to bowl against. Ryan the last game throwing a lot of strikes. Noah throwing a lot of strikes in the match before. You did one thing that nobody could do, and that's fill frames. How'd you do that?
And it's, I mean, it was hard to make spares. I mean, the lanes were different. I struggled down here a lot more than I did down there at the other end because these lanes the oil sat on the lane a little bit longer. So it was definitely a change from down there to down here. But man, you just gotta make spares. That's
Well,
all.
you made spares, but you threw great shots. You needed them. I mean, you threw a lot of strikes. Wes Malot's your favorite player. I can see why. You throw it a lot like Wes. Smooth, big guy, but a lot of power, a lot of hand. You threw a lot of great strikes, but the fact you made the spares won you the state championship today. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great player. We hope that, I know you're graduating, correct? But you have this on your resume, and hopefully you can carry that into some PBA championships one day, but at least in the collegiate ranks as well. You're the boys state champion this year. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a break and then come back with Scott. Great champions.
All right, back in the booth, Mike. Wow, you're everywhere here. But we're going to wrap things up here on Savage Bowling TV for the 2020 Indian High School Bowling State Finals, singles champion. Again, what a show!
Yeah, I'm just so impressed. I can't tell you how. Just watching the match play in the finals here, the 2 champions we have here. I mean, Evan, who you thought, wow, Ryan's coming out and a great player, bowled great. Couple times we just left the 210. But you had Evan, who continued to throw strikes when he needed to, but made the spares. What a well-deserving state champion. And then you look at Morgan, and you know, she showed us in qualifying the 160, 240, 240. You saw her middle game was very strong. She starts out, makes a couple spares, and then threw 5 of the best shots I've ever seen. I mean, just bam, bam, bam right there, and so well-deserving. It's just such an honor to be here to even watch these kids bowl.
Well, we thank everyone for watching an exciting telecast here this morning on both the boys and girls side. And once again, your champion, Morgan Schoon on the girls side and Evan Davis on the boys side. That's going to wrap things up from here inside championship lanes for this morning. We'll be back. These 2 guys will.
Yeah.
And so will several boys and several girls teams, as they're going to take their chance to win the team title here at the 2020 Indian High School Finals. Mike, thanks. We'll be back here shortly this afternoon. We thank you for watching here on Savage Bowling TV.